Here's the truth. I spent months convincing myself I didn't have enough time to start a business because I was working full time, I was going to school, blah, blah, blah. But then I realized something that changed everything, and I want to share that with you because let's be honest, you're probably in a very similar situation. Here's the thing, you don't need more time. You need to start using the time you already have more effectively. In this video, I want to go through the mindset shift that allowed me to build a business and grow a YouTube channel all while working 40 hours a week. The first thing I realized is that waiting for the right moment is a huge waste of time. So back in March 2024, I posted a video, a critique on Hamza, and that video blew up. Well, to my standards at least. Within a few weeks, it was at 25,000 views and it just kept going, right? Just kept going up. Keep in mind, this was like my 5th or 6th video, so I was pumped. What did I do? Did I take advantage by, immediately posting another one, trying to ride that wave? No. I waited. I didn't post another video a month later. I didn't post a video 2 months later. I waited 3 months before posting my next video. Of course, at that point, the Hamza video had stagnated. Why did I wait that long? Well, I was, working part-time. I was going to school and I didn't want too much on my plate. I felt like if I make another video right now, I won't have the time for my assignments at school and to study for my exams. So I thought it's better to wait until the semester is over and then I can go all in on my YouTube. So by waiting for the convenient moment, instead of just saying, you know what, I gotta get this done, let me post another video. I waited 3 months, like I said, the Hamza wave was done and it was a huge wasted opportunity. You see, back then, I believe I just didn't have enough time for my YouTube and my school. So I kept delaying everything. This led to me posting every 3 or 4 weeks in general, and definitely not starting a business. Please don't make the same mistake, because here's the danger. You get stuck waiting for life to slow down, and obviously it never does. It's never perfectly convenient. And then you look back on all the weeks and months that you wasted, and you just think how much you could have accomplished if you just started earlier. If you go to the description, you're going to find a link to my school community. It's basically a community where I gather men who are building a business while working full-time, right? So we're all struggling with the same problem. You'll also find a course in there that basically teaches productivity and time management. It's an amazing tool to have. And guess what? The community is free. So you might as well click. This is only true for the first 30 members. So go ahead and join us. Here's the second thing I realized. Don't start with the how, start with the what. So the what is the outcome. I need to get this done. The how is, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to find the time, the resources, whatever it may be. So for a while, I was juggling school, job, YouTube, and I kept asking myself, how do I get more time? How do I make it possible to post more often? It's impossible. I can't get it done. But then at the start of 2025, I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm posting every 2 weeks, period. So I started with the outcome. I started with the what, posting every 2 weeks. And then I reversed engineered it. I said, okay, if I have to post every 2 weeks, what do I need to do to make that happen, to make that possible? And guess what? I figured it out. Because when you force yourself to commit to an outcome, when you start with the what, the how reveals itself. And I haven't missed an upload since. I've actually been posting every single week since September. So if you're kind of stuck right now in a situation where you just struggle to find time, where you think it's impossible to build a business while working a full-time job, then go ahead and commit to an outcome. Commit to the what. Decide I need to build a business by the end of the month. Period. Or I need to post my first YouTube video before the end of the week. Once you commit to that, your brain is going to start producing ideas of how you can make that happen. The third thing I realized is that deadlines change everything. So I really started using deadlines back in June when I started working on my business. So at that moment, I was already working 40 hours a week and I was posting a YouTube video every 2 weeks. But now I was adding on top of that, building a full course. It ended up being a 20,000 word document, 1.5 hours of content. Again, link in the description if you're curious. The only thing that allowed me to get everything done and not fall apart was using deadlines. I started saying, okay, I need to write 2 YouTube scripts before Sunday. I need to write the first module today. I need to finish writing the whole course before the end of the month. And guess what? I never really missed these deadlines, even though they were pretty extreme sometimes. And this is because of Parkinson's law. This law states that the time it takes to complete a task expands to the amount of time you give it. So if you give yourself a month to complete something, it's going to happen in a month. If you give yourself 1 week, it's going to happen in a week. Basically, abusing Parkinson's law was how I got so much done. Deadlines eliminate procrastination, right? Because if you need to get this done in a few days, you can't waste a bunch of time. Without a deadlines, everything feels optional. Because if you don't do it today, there's no consequence. You can just do it tomorrow or next week. And then you fall into the trap of, oh, I don't even have enough time for this. You'll be surprised by how much you can actually get done when you just force yourself to do it with a deadline. This was a shorter one. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. The original goal was 10,000. I'm a bit too ambitious sometimes, but help me get to 1,000. That needs to happen before 2026. Anyway, click on this video if you want to see how I manage my job, business, gym, and a relationship without burning out.